you to lose it, I would like for you to peruse the Twitter timelines or Instagram timelines of any woman that is on television that has the unmitigated gall to do things like pick one side versus another in a game and see the kind of things that we have to deal with and the kind of things people say to us. You got fired because you couldn't handle someone saying what was quite obvious, that your coverage sucked. And it is such an incredibly soft move. Grow woman up.
Make sure you go in the description box and click the link to go and check out this ebook from Armond Coleman about the United States Air Force and the guide to enlisting. So make sure you go and do that. What's going on? I'm Jaye Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I got to talk about this video clip I came across, which actually ties into a video I produced on my Jaye Black live streams channel that y'all should go and check out. I spoke about this NFL player who lost his job because he went on a Twitter rant towards fans who were critiquing his play. Even though he had acknowledged he didn't play very well, he went to calling individuals on Twitter Ritz crackers, okay? And just getting a lot of people riled up and angry. When you go to his Instagram, I went to his Instagram, just a side note. There were a lot of people in the comment section just going off and saying all kind of crazy things. But be that as it may, y'all can go and check that video out in the description and the comment section. I got to talk about Ellie Duncan, okay? She is a, let's say, host on ESPN. She kind of is all over the place. You have her doing numerous things. Well, this particular day, Ellie Duncan was a part of the Get Up morning show panel. And they were discussing Jermaine Whitehead getting himself in hot water, getting himself released due to his emotional Twitter rant. So she decided to chime in. I'm probably going to play the clip at the beginning so y'all get exactly why I'm making this video, okay? She goes on to make it seem as if it's all about how women can handle the stress of public scrutiny more than men can. And she even told this guy he needs to woman up. Yes, she went there. It was her and it was a panel full of guys, okay? And they were a little bit extra towards the end, as if she said something great. No, she just continuing the wave of identity politics that, you know, certain females have played on that network, and that's why those women aren't there. But we see why she was brought in, because she has the same mentality. She has this feminist minded mentality. Now, she's 36 years old. She's from Atlanta, Georgia. She's actually married to a guy. She's been married to for a couple of years. I believe she just had a baby. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe she's biracial. You probably can't tell, but I believe she is. And she's been at ESPN for, I would say, a better part of over 4 years, maybe 5 years. I don't watch as much ESPN as I used to, but I do see her on there from time to time. You know, I believe she has done SportsCenter, maybe some other, you know, spots on the network. They sort of put her here and there. Well, I think she exposed her mentality and who she is. If you go to the clip on YouTube, just look at the comments and look at the ratio from thumbs up to thumbs down. You know, people see what they thought was a mindset that was leaving ESPN that seems to be very prevalent on ESPN. And now I will say this to ESPN's credit. They have tried to stick to sports. They have tried to get out of this mindset of trying to, you know, politicize everything, you know, playing race identity, you know, and everything. But for her to pull the woman card, for her to say that, you know, if she would have said something as a woman, she would get more scrutiny, but she would handle it better than he's handling it. He's a guy. Well, first off, Ellie, not all men are the same. I would never have said the things that he said on Twitter. I probably would have gone close. I would have, you know, not, I will say this though. If I had a reason to sort of go at somebody in particular, fine. But you know, you would not see me on social media calling people, you know, Ritz crackers or calling them other slurs. You just would not hear me saying that, because I have enough intelligence to not have to go that far, you know, when it comes to going at somebody. But be that as it may, even even if I was angry, I would handle it in a better way than Jermaine did. Now, Jermaine handled the situation, the criticism from fans, in a very poor manner. But for Ellie Duncan to make it seem like it's men against women just shows you the type of mindset that's at ESPN. And to see how beta male those guys were around her, like, ooh, she told him to woman up. Ooh, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously. I can tell who wears the pants in every one of your marriages. You guys are acting as if she said something brand new, like, oh my God, I can't believe she went there. Oh yes, she did go there. And what's going to end up happening is that the people who watch that network, the people who watch their YouTube videos, are not going to take kindly to how she made this into a, sort of like a man against woman issue. And that's not even what it was. She made it about herself, and various people pointed that out, that she made this situation about her, instead of it being about the fact that Jermaine Whitehead was being a moron and got himself released due to the remarks that he made because he can't take criticism. She tried to make it seem like, women can take criticism more than men, which we all know is not true. We all know that's not true. I can criticize men all day. I'm not going to see the same vitriol as when I am critical of women. We've seen the depths that women go to silence men who say things that they don't like. So I just truly believe that Ellie Duncan is part of a mindset that ESPN wants to get away from. And if they're smart, they will tell her, hey, now, calm down on that man versus woman, gender politics, or whatever it is that you're playing, because fans are not going to like that. And if you look at the clip of the video on YouTube, the ratio, you can tell that people did not appreciate that, because it's just the wrong direction to go into. It's a wrong direction to go into. Why would you go in that direction? That doesn't make any sense. It's about the fact that you have a guy who was blessed with an opportunity, a guy who was undrafted, who was getting playing time with the Cleveland Browns, didn't play very well. Instead of him handling it and taking the criticism and using it as motivation, he wanted to get into Twitter arguments. I'm telling you, these people think Twitter is real life. Twitter is not real life. Facebook is not real life. Instagram is not real life. But to some of these people, it is, which is why they don't have a life outside of it. They don't have happy and healthy relationships. They don't have any friends. They don't get along with their family members. They're always to themselves. So what's one way to find friends? Go on social media. This is why you see people huddle up on Google, on these live streams. You see people in these comment sections of various posts with their online friends, because they don't have any real friends in real life, because social media is real life. These people need to log off and not seek to debate and argue with people. I don't debate nobody on social media. That's just how I want it to be, because too many people are overly emotionally invested in this. Okay. Way more than they should be. Now with Ellie Duncan, when you go to her Instagram, like, you can tell there's a bit of a narcissism there. There's a bit of, you can just see some, to me, she seemed like the type of person who wants to be liked, right? She wants people to put her up on a pedestal. She wants to be that. And I also see elements of the feminism there, the gender identity politics there, masked in caring and for people and being friendly, overly friendly. She got like that, that overly, I'm a nice person smile, almost to the point of being fake. Now, I have no issues with Ellie Duncan. Ellie Duncan might watch my videos, who knows? But I just think that she shouldn't have went there. I think she made it more about her than about Jermaine. Who cares if you can handle criticism, Ellie? We're going to see if more people make videos and speak about your behavior in this particular clip and how it turned off some of these ESPN viewers. Looking at the ratio, looking at the comments, they think that you're another Molly Karam. They think that you're somebody who's more, focused on getting attention, being seen and heard, and not understanding that at the end of the day, people are going to watch ESPN like a hawk. People are going to watch ESPN to see if things like this happen, to see if they have been proven right. And so far, they have been able to clean up the BS that had been going on. But you still got people like Ellie Duncan who has this mindset of I'm gonna put women on first, and women are better at this, and and the thing is that women really don't want to try to compete with men like that, because men are very focused, men are hardworking, men build society. I could go on and on and on. I'm not, but still, at the end of the day, men are not going to compare themselves to what women do. Because we don't need to. We have proof of what we've built. ESPN was built by men who anchored those shows in the early stages. They tried to go more into a left-leaning, side of things, and it failed miserably. And I think that Ellie Duncan doesn't understand that you can't sit there and constantly compare yourself to what men are doing. Men and women are different. You can handle stress differently. Some of these emotional males can't, because they probably never had a father figure in their life. Now, you are married, okay? You have a kid, you have a family, okay? Are you comparing yourself to your husband and what he does and how he handles things? Is that a patriarchal relationship? I think Ellie Duncan is just somebody who seems completely misinformed, and I hope that this is just a situation of she was caught up in the moment. She's sitting around these accomplished men, and she wants to fit in, which is what it seems like. I mean, the rant was not. It was stupid. She was just as emotional in her rant as Jermaine Whitehead seemingly was. Well, aside from the part, skipping no more words, aside of the part of him wanting to get it in, and fight somebody. I just think that some of these guys are just way too emotional for the spotlight that they have, And also, this is a guy, Jermaine Whitehead. This is the same guy who bought an $76,000 chain, and he's undrafted. Now, I don't know if I'm pretty sure he's making good money. Though, even if you're on the lower end of an NFL roster, you're still gonna make easily six figures in the $500,000-$600,000. Oh, I think it's the $400,000 to $500,000 a year. Okay, but still, these guys are like Jermaine, are spending money on gold chains. So this is the type of guy we're talking about. But I just think that Ellie Duncan has that mindset of the women that they're trying to get off their network. And I think that if she don't be careful, she is going to become the next Molly Karam, and that's not, or the new Michelle Beadle. Okay, if she doesn't watch out.